I wish I could pull it up from the screen for you, but we gotta keep this video about 20 minutes, maybe 30 or so, you know, because Game of Thrones is about to come on. Hey, listen, just to say it straight from the beginning, I don't ever plan on working on television. I don't want to be famous. I have some serious anxiety issues where, truth be told, I don't like being in like crowded places. Now, it's crazy because I didn't really used to be like this, and even when I was a bartender, right? I was a bartender, successful bartender for 10 years. You know, Ruby Tuesdays, TGI Fridays. Before that, I was a manager of 2 gas stations. You know, and then in between that, I went to college. Then before that, I was a street enforcer, where basically, if I was told to fuck somebody up, you know, then it was like I had to fuck them up or I get fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like I look at it as I have to really look at things as like true blessings, because truth be told, I couldn't have been here. You know, I'm gonna fix the camera too, you know, because I don't like how I wanted to be like straight ahead, but what it is the way my equipment is set up, the camera can't be directly right here because it won't be in. Long story short, let's keep to where we're at. The point I'm trying to make is things are moving really, really, really fast, and I want you guys' opinion on what you want from me going forward. Now, of course, the first thing I'm going to say is, well, we don't want you doing videos like these. We want you to do, you know, boxing. But at this point in time, things are moving too fast to the point where, I'm not going to say they're moving too fast. Things are moving fast enough where I'm drowning in like boxing content. Like, we're getting, you know, calls from promoters, from managers, from boxers, you know, like all over the world now. We're getting accepted to events all over the world. Now, that was an incident this week that I talked about in a 2-hour video, but we might as well talk about it in a shorter video, where me and my team, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A team of 6 was denied from each Mayweather-McGregor press conference. The one in LA, the one in Toronto, the one in Brooklyn, which I attended, and the one in London. Now, of course, you know, people would say, well, you know, you really got denied, but you know, but really, the real news is that we got in. You know, it's bigger news, not that we got denied, but we all got in at the last minute. I'm talking about phone calls, emails, and understand that if I put that video up, you know, T Street denied from Mayweather McGregor press conference for a reason, because I noticed that looking at the numbers, that video was very popular. Why? Because people wanted to see, he got denied. So if I felt that video was an embarrassment in any type of way, shape, or form, then I wouldn't have put it up. But however, I said a long time ago is that, you know, I'm not going to be your typical media member. You know, I'm going to do the media thing my way. Now, of course, I have advisors. I look at them as advisors now, you know, because I always felt that you don't want to be, you know, just one person, you know, doing things on your own and listening to yourself. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like, I know that there's things I still have to work on, because I'm still like transitioning from being like not as confrontational, because I ain't gonna lie, man, people be thinking I'm a joke, and it's like, yo, you know, I'm sorry to say it, but I will smack you. You know, I'm no stranger. I mean, people already put my shit out there. They already put my stuff out there. Like, I'm one of them type of people, like, where if you ever see me at an event, right, I'll be humble, you know, I'll be quiet as a kitchen mouse. You know, I'm carrying all this equipment around and shit, all asthmatic, and I'm there to do my job. I'm there to work. And truth be told, we don't make any money off of this. I mean, the money's creeping up now, but for a long time, we wasn't making no money. So understand that we built this from the bottom, from the dirt. Like, I keep saying that term because we built it from the dirt. You know, from the dirt to digging the hole, to, you know, laying a cement foundation, to, you know, building the, you know, from the dirt. Now, I've learned, or people have been telling me, it's like, well, you know, the bigger you get, the more people are going to hate on you, and the more people are going to want to beat you. And I be thinking like, damn, people want to beat me? Like, and I be thinking like, yo, truth be told, if you know what I go through every day, you do not want to beat me. You know, nightmares and shit, and then also, you know, like fears of failure. Like, I'm one of the type of people, like, where money doesn't motivate me. You know, I'm blessed to be in a situation where he's asleep. He'll be asleep. Even if I talk loud, he'll still be asleep. You know, but I'm in a blessed situation, like, where, you know, like, Me and my father, we own our home, we own our vehicle, and I don't have to do this for money. So my motivation is not money. This money I'm generating is for the business and for the team. Because truth be told, I can sit home every day and just play video games and all my bills are paid. But this is a dream, and the reason why I say I got to do it my way is because, you know, that's the only way it's going to work. You know, I want to be looked at as one of those media members that is just one of the guys. You know, so when I go, you know, and interview people and everything, then understand that I'm strictly professional. You know, my voice even changes up and everything because I used to take speech classes and things like that. So I know how to, you know, like interact with like the hood environments. I can chill with the hobos, as you saw, you know, in my video, and also I can chill and interact with the corporate elite. So what I'm saying is, you know, I get real frustrated when people say, well, you know, you should take your hat off, or, you know, you should start wearing a suit, or you should do this. It's like, no, that's who you want me to be. That's not who I'm going to be. And look at it like this, right? I look at this whole journey I've been on in boxing media as far as, like, I look at it like you're seeing like a reality TV type situation, like where you're seeing me come from the bottom. Like truth be told, I enjoyed the fact that I got denied, right? And I was able to get in and have that video. So therefore, 4 or 5 years, you know, maybe later on down the line, people will be able to see like, yo, he was getting denied from press conferences. Now look at it. You know, so that wasn't a situation where I was embarrassed. And truth be told, as I said, I've come too far and I've made some very good friends. You know, and I don't like talking about it, but it's got to a point, it's like, hey, listen, I never talk about it any other time, but I'm becoming a very powerful individual in this boxing shit. And I'm saying it very humbly is that, like, listen, I can destroy your career. I can do videos to make people hate you. I can even attack you on social media and make people just come all at your neck and make you delete your accounts. I just want to be left alone. I'm a hermit. I never knew that I would be getting so much for a guy who don't go nowhere, for a guy who don't really want to be at fights. He's just there because, you know, like it's the business. Like the goal is, I can do more damage from here and then having people at the fights. But it's like when you're going to events, or if you get credentials for an event for the first time, right? Then I want them to see me first, unless it's overseas or somewhere I can't get to. Or if I send somebody to an event, you know, I want to send somebody that's going to do the right thing. So, for example, every time I go to an event, like in, you know, New York, or if it's from a different promoter, I always make sure I talk to the head PR person in charge. Whether it's Lee Samuels, Lisa Milner, Kelly Swanson. In this case, it was Crystal something from the promotion. I forgot her name. Bernie Bernisol, that's his name. You know, I want to make sure that these people meet me and understand, like, yo, listen, you know, we're blessed to be here. You know, we're a brand new company. We started from the bottom, and truth be told, we're here to work. So here's my card. If there's any issues you have from any of my guys, please feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns. Even emails. You'd be surprised how many emails I have to send a day. And remember, understand, just because you don't see me at events, yo, we're getting to Box Nation events in Ireland, Box Nation events and Matchroom events, you know, in Manchester, in London, you know, all over the place. So people really think that it just be me. Yo, it's a lot of us now. And I'm at the top of the food chain. You know. So, you know, shout out to my partner Mikey. Yo, he really doing some major ass shit overseas. Yo, I love you, bro. You know, like we got, yo, listen, we got boxing in like a headlock right now. As far as media. You know, shout out to OJ and Kyle, my partners and my advisors when it comes to this shit. You know, shout out to Chris Alexander, SMF Styles Make Fights. You know, I apologize to him because I fed into some bullshit, you know, and I'm human. You know, I fed into some bullshit that I shouldn't have fed into when dude did nothing but help me. You know, especially like when he was there, like in Mayweather's gym and shit. You know, shout out to Key Ran over in Manchester. Shout out to Yasir who built the website. Shout out to Craig and Jason up in Toronto who's new to the team. You know, shout out to Global Legacy Boxing. You know, like I owe you guys a big, you know, I owe you guys a lot. You know, just for even, you know, like looking at me. Also, shout out to RSN. You know, I understand that you contacted me, and I understand I said we was going to talk, but listen, like I be busy as hell. You know, so I haven't forgot about you. You know, of course, shout out to Mayweather Promotions because we've been harassing the shit out of them last week. You know, like, I thank you for, like, we was harassing the shit out of it because it was like, yo, y'all can't tell us no. And what it is I understand that fight, like, I've learned that when it comes to media, it's a lot of politics involved. And there's a lot of like, I hate to say it, but I got to say it, dick sucking and ass kissing. Now, don't get me wrong, I kiss some ass, but I ain't sucking no dick. So I'm one of them type of people, like, where I want to let our work speak for itself. And I understand, like, I'm not your conventional, typical media member. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to be that. We're going to cover boxing. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Our goal, and I understand, like, the boxing fans may not like this, but our goal is to sell fights to any means necessary. Any means necessary. Our goal is to sell fights. You may not like my methods. You may call me a cool or all this shit. Hey, listen, I don't give a fuck. As long as the promoters are cool and the PR people are cool, then I'm cool. I need to get something to drink. We have a lot to talk about. Oh wait, let me pull this tea in here. We have a lot to talk about. So, I just want it to be understood. It's like, I am very, very passionate about this sport. And I feel that boxing in America is fucked up right now, in a tough spot, because the media, like, our job, like, I just feel, I'm not saying that when you media you shouldn't have your own opinion, but our job is to promote these fights. To sell tickets. So I can talk about this because, truth be told, like, I'm just like a little teeny fucking speck compared to them. But when I look at Dan Rayfield, being all like hypocritical, saying, like, you don't want to go to Mayweather McGregor and everything, but then you see him at the press conference and shit, seeing him and Leonard Ellerbe going at it. I'm thinking, like, yo, like, ESPN told you, like, you may say you may not be wanting to go to that fight, but motherfucker, you going. So it's like, I'm thinking, like, yo, give me his fucking credential. Like, that shit's like a blessing to me. It's more than a blessing. It's like, wow. To have this right here, like, to have this right here, and the fact that we got the 9 at first and we covered all 4 of them, that's a major. I'm still sitting on hours of footage that I haven't uploaded yet because it's just like overwhelming. I told people, I remember last year, this was around this time when I said, hey, listen, I'm going to start a website. I said it, when did I say it? Around Jennings versus Klitschko, I think, or somewhere around that time. I said I'm going to start a website. I didn't know nothing about websites. I didn't know nothing, like, about none of that. I said, we're going to find a way to get it done. I had a major death in the family. I was very, very sick. Not just the asthma, I had some major shit going on. I had, at that point in time, about $450,000 tied up in the courts. Oh, that woke him up. That woke him. He had, I had some major, major shit going on. Obstacles. I had an open criminal case where I was framed. Where I was framed, where people were like, "Oh, this guy's gonna go to jail. Look at him, he's a woman beater." Yo, I've proven to be very resilient. You know how many people said they were going to destroy me? You know how many people said he would never get his own interviews, he would never get into fights, and yet they just keep raising the bar higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and then we're knocking them down. So the next thing we're working on is we're working on getting to Las Vegas. So I already know it's going to be a tough-ass road, not getting to Las Vegas, but the fact that, to get the Mayweather versus McGregor. So what we got to do is, from now on, down at this press tour is over. I got to go back to New York the week after for Broner Garcia. But now that that press tour is over, we got to start, getting on the ball around here. So I have some plans, and I have to stick to them because it's like, when are we ever going to get this type of traffic? I remember people were saying my channel was dying. Do the shit like it's dying now? People were like, do the shit like it's dying now? Like, numbers are shooting back up again. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm doing streams that are reaching, 1,200, 1,600 people at one point in time. Not views. At one point in time for my, for a few videos, I had 800, 1,100, 1,600 concurrent viewers. So I've realized that people not only want to get their boxing news, but they want to be entertained. And also, nobody's doing it like that. I can do a stream and do an adventure in New York on the way to a press conference and get like tons of views. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, we got to capitalize off of this. So now I'm working on this, trying to give you complete all access to the point where I get off the plane or the train and I have a fucking helmet on or some shit, with a camera, and we just stream the whole everything. Nobody's doing it like that. We need innovation in boxing media. We need innovation. Because the old ways are not working. The old ways are not working. You know? So, I just think, you know, I'm really thankful for the people who have supported me this long. I'm really thankful to the sponsors. Yes, we have sponsors. You know, they're all down below in the description box. I'm thankful to the people who have reached out to me and really, like, understand the vision. And I know, like, I'm very receptive to criticism. Or, like, I understand that there's things I have to work on and things I have to brush up on. And people have been telling me for years, well, if you change this or you do this, you can, you know, like, really, really be better. I'm not talking about the things as far as people trying to put me in suits and shit like that. You know, I'm talking about, like, the people who are giving me, like, sound advice and saying, like, yo, you got a lot of potential if you really, you know. But now, like, we're here now. You know, we have a large, like, team, you know. And then it's like we got our team that are covering fights. We even have a social media team. You know, thank you to them guys, Sean, Jethro, Tom, Albert, you know, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting names. You know, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting names for the boxing team. You know, like the media team. You know, so when I be looking at the fact, like, wow, like when I wake up some days and look at my emails, and I be looking at this shit like, wow, we really fucking have access. Truth be told, there's nothing you can say to me. It's a shame because yesterday, or the day before, I lost a close friend because, you know, I'm not mad. I can't be mad about it because I gave him several warnings. I was like, yo, listen, you're not going to keep talking to me like this is fucking 2014 or 2015 when I'm some fucking drunk or some shit. And I gave him several warnings, and also, you know, he was downplaying like what I've accomplished. It's like, yo, bro, that's it, fuck you. That's it, fuck you, because, like, I have so many people that are proud of me on so many, like, whether it's colleagues, whether it's friends, or whether it's supporters. And I don't like, I was talking to a friend, somebody I met the other day, you know, Ronaldo, and it's like, yo, I don't like when people, like, if you ever meet me, don't say you're a fan. That shit really makes me upset. I'm not saying it like a bad way. I just don't like that word. Like, you can say a supporter or you're a friend. Don't say you're a fan. That shit is whack. You know, like, I'm a regular ass dude. You know? That's why I want y'all to look at it like, yo, like, oh, they teach you the regular ass dude. Like, you know, we can talk about, like, women. We can talk about video games, movies, everything. You know, so, as I said, I'm not like your typical media member. I'm not. You know, I'm like, we can go get some drinks. You know, like, I can chill. Like I said, I can chill with the hobos. You know? I just want to be known that going forward, me and my team, we have a plan. You know, we're getting everything organized as far as, you know, making sure everybody's getting paid and making money. Making sure that we have, like, things organized with, like, a schedule of people who will be covering what events. You know, making sure we're reaching out to promoters. We got something really, 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 really big planned with the World Boxing Super Series tournament. We got something big planned, and my God, you know. So now, like, you gotta understand, like, it's a lot of pressure on me because I've always said I wanted to do this, as far as like being like a media member. And truth be told, up until about 3 years ago or so. This channel will be 3 years old July 29th. So I didn't plan on ever having no website or no shit like that. You know, I didn't plan on doing it. But at the same time, I realized, you know, after a little while, it's like, yo, bro, you can't work for nobody because, you know, like, you can't do it. I just realized I can't work for nobody anymore. You know, because it's like they have their vision and you're helping them with their vision. So it's like, do what you have to do to get your own shit. You know? Hold on 1 minute, I have to answer this. It was prednisone I was on. So yeah, it's no secret I have some breathing issues. Now my breathing's been doing, you know, seeing a new doctor. You know, also I had, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I had a female help me out, you know, get some medication. And you know, now, you know, I'm just focused on, like, let me tell you, like, outside of cursing and probably, like, having sex outside of wedlock, you know, I don't even sin no more, I don't think. I don't even sin. You know, I'm literally, like, living my life like a fucking saint. And that's why I think, like, man, like, this is, like, I'm not a religious person, but this is, like, really, really God. Like, with the shit I've been through, this is really, like, God. I can't look at it no other way. I can't look at it no other way. You know, to be able to have the things, like, sometimes, like, I go outside, like, real early in the morning, and I be hearing the birds chirping and shit, and I'm looking around like nice ass neighborhood, you know, then I can come home and like my bills and pay, cable every channel. You know, I can say that I'm a full-fledged business owner. You know, the fact that I have a large supporter base. You know, there's 27,000 people here. There's 27,000 people here. And I be thinking, like, when people be, like, trying to clown me and everything, people been telling me, like, yeah, truth be told, they obviously just want to be you. Because they don't have your own, they don't have the shit. It's like this. If you're working for somebody, right, and you're talking shit about me, or if you're not doing the numbers I do, you're talking shit about me, or if, you know, what does that make you? What does that make you? So yeah, like I said, it's been a long road because we've been denied many, many events. But now guess what? We don't get denied any events no more. And if we do get denied, we're not taking no for an answer. Because you know why? Because we have a strong platform of hardcore supporters who watch the fights, who debate on the fights, you know, who buy the fights. You know, the people who tell that shit like it is because of me. That's why when I go do interviews, I can't ask bullshit questions. This is what I have when I come home and I do a live stream. Y'all motherfuckers gonna clown me. What would have happened, right, if I would have just let Adrian Broner just been disrespecting me and shit? Now remember, I told y'all, I wasn't trying to like disrespect him in any way, shape, or form. You know, so what would happen if I would have came home, y'all would be like, T Street, you know, Adrian Broner played you and everything. No, that's not me. You know, so I owe shit to you guys when I go to these events. I can't ask bullshit questions. So, for example, like when I was at the Mayweather-McGregor press conference, I'm thinking like, yo, these motherfuckers is asking good questions to an extent, but they're not answering shit that people want to know. For example, when is the All Access? And that video is on the channel, but it's mixed in a long 20-minute video, so I'm going to edit all that stuff out. And, you know, so All Access for Mayweather-McGregor is coming on July the 28th. It's going to be 3 episodes. And I asked them, well, was McGregor going to be in? Are we going to do it like they did inside Mayweather versus Pacquiao, where they used archive footage of Pacquiao and shit? You see what I'm saying? Because I know that, you know, like, I got it, but I get to this event, I got to ask the real shit. And also, I can't put into words, like, how much I've lost over this venture. Yo, when you're doing, like, some positive shit, like, you know how they said, like, you know, Albert Einstein, you know, he didn't start speaking until he was 4 years old? Or like how Oprah Winfrey lost her job as a news anchor and shit. Yo, I've realized like when you're doing shit, you're trying to do something big, yo, you're gonna have so many obstacles in your way, yo. And then the fucked up part about it is, like when you actually get to a certain point, when you accomplish shit, that's when everybody starts trying to be your friend. And truth be told, now Fight View 360 is unstoppable. You know, we got merchandise coming this year. We're doing giveaways. You know, we have access to all the events, even though we're still getting organized. I'm not gonna lie, it's rough keeping up. I'm not gonna lie, but the fact that it's like we can look at like, wow, like we have the access, like we have, you know, it's just that we gotta sharpen up on our shit. You know, we sharpening up. You know, we just gotta sharpen up on our shit. You know, so the hardest part is done. It's like the hardest part was getting the access, you know, and getting those press releases and getting the promoters and the managers and the fighters to believe in us and to say like, all right, we're gonna give these guys a shot. So guess what? Going forward in the future, now that we did what we did with this Mayweather versus McGregor press conference, press tour, we covered every single one. You think they're gonna deny us again for a press conference now that they know who we are and won't take no for an answer? I don't think so. That's not very. That wouldn't be very. You know, that's not like that was like we there to work. We working. And what burns me up is, you know, you have like certain media members who like align themselves with fighters or align themselves with like promoters and everything to try to get ahead. We're not doing it like that. And then when it comes to Global Legacy, we're doing something totally different. You know, I'm not going to be like aligning myself. You know, you're not easy would be for me to go to like Angel Garcia or Danny Garcia gym, you know, and be like, yo, I want to be your #1 media member, yo. You know, you can do no wrong with me. No. That's the easy way out. That's the sucker way out. Because then if something happened, you know, I got to always ride with that fighter if they do wrong or not. No. You know, I already went through that motherfuckers. It's like, oh, you only saying Angel Garcia is not this because you from Philly. No. That's not me, bro. That's not me. It's not me. I gotta go check on my chicken. And also, Game of Thrones is coming on. And I just got up from a nap. Nice little nap, like 2-3 hours ago. So I'm feeling really, really good. You know, got some videos to edit. But like I said, thank you for supporting me, guys, man. You know, like, there's a lot of us now. You know, I can't even count. You know, and then for the people who have been wanting to help, or if you want to help, you know, like, we're making shit happen. And if you don't believe it, then go look around the channel. You know, like, we're not there yet, but we are one of the fastest growing media companies right now. We're doing major, major shit. And only the ones who are not in the know, or the ones who are hating or in denial, they'll try to fucking fool you and say, well, you know, he got denied though, but motherfucker, we got in. All 4 of them. What about you? So, you know, I'm working on finalizing my trip to Vegas. I know people don't believe I'm going. You know, but hey, only time will tell, right? What's going to happen when you see me in Vegas? Are you going to try to shake my hand? I'm not shaking your hand. So it's like this. We're going to see each other. You know, it's 5 people. You know, I got to see. We're going to find out who you really are. You know? So me and my pop going out there on vacation. You know, I got some friends that are going to be with me out there just in case motherfuckers try to get fucking, you know, motherfuckers think it's a game. You know, and yeah, we're going out there for a month. So I'm waiting on confirmation. It's out of my hands. Tea Tree Controversy. This is Tea Tree Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And we got a lot of videos pumping out this week. We got a lot of previews and predictions. You know, and you know, just hanging there. Who's